My dear brothers and sisters, after walking together in these 33 days of preparation following St. Louis DeMontfort's spirituality of total consecration to Our Lady, after placing oneself in the hands of the Blessed Mother, let us recall once again that Mary will lead us to Jesus, and the very reason why the saint is teaching us to establish a perfect devotion to Our Lady is in order to establish a solid and perfect devotion to our Lord. It is therefore our hope that our Marian consecration will lead us to Eucharistic adoration. The best way to go and adore our Lord in the Most Blessed Sacrament is to spend time with Him, with the Blessed Mother, as our model adorer. Jesus left us His Mother to be the mother and model of adorers. We could imagine how the Virgin Mary adores our Lord perfectly. All of Mary's life, taken as a whole, may be summed up in one word: adoration. For adoration is the perfect service to God, and it embraces all the duties of the creature toward the Creator. St. Peter Julian Amar says, and I quote, "It was Mary who first adored the incarnate Word, and Mary's adoration was more pleasing to Him than that of all the angels." End of quotes. The saint continues, "Mary continued to adore our Lord first in His hidden life at Nazareth, afterward His apostolic life, and finally on Calvary, where her adoration became an intense suffering." And we could also add with certainty that Mary adores our Lord with great love and devotion in the Eucharist when St. John the Apostle celebrates the Mass. My dear brothers and sisters, we noticed here the nature of Our Lady's adoration. She adores our Lord according to the different states of Jesus' life in the joyful, luminous, sorrowful, and glorious mystery. In one of our series, we talk about intimacy with our Lord through devotion to Our Lady. In the Eucharist, or in the Eucharistic adoration, we establish an intimate union with God with the help of the Blessed Mother. The Holy Eucharist is also called Holy Communion, Catechism number 1331. Communion is to be one with God. Our Lord says very clear, "He who eats my flesh and drinks my blood abides in me, and I in him." This is communion, to be one with our Lord. This intimate union that our Lord so desired in Holy Communion begins in the present, not yesterday, for it's gone, nor in the future, for the future is still to come. Today is the day the Lord has made. Eucharistic adoration is the need for our time. For so many evils are threatening our society, in your country, in my country, in the whole world, especially in the family. What we need is to go back to Jesus and to receive once again His graces through the Blessed Mother to counter all these evils. And Jesus is not far from us, for He is truly present in the most holy Eucharist, ready to welcome us. What is needed is a humble and contrite heart, like the prodigal son described in the Gospel of St. Luke. If you think you are the worst person in the world, come to Jesus with a humble and contrite heart and ask for the grace of good confession. If you come to our Lord for Eucharistic adoration, you bring joy to the Eucharistic heart of Jesus. I would like to share this invitation taken from Bishop James Conley's pastoral letter, Love Made Visible, and I quote, "I encourage all Catholics to make adoration of the Blessed Sacrament a daily part of life and to be committed to holy hour of Eucharistic adoration at least once a week, whenever possible, before the exposed Blessed Sacrament." End of quotes. Words from the shepherd to his flock. One final thing is a challenge for all to move forward from Marian consecration to Eucharistic adoration, a continuous formation of souls, living a life of holiness, sharing and teaching others, children, friends, workers, and other people about consecration to Our Lady, and to commit a time for Eucharistic adoration during the week. Eucharistic adoration is the urgent need and the glorious mission of our time to bring back people to God in His Eucharistic table.